Boom! That's what is going on, Fan Clan. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. I never know what to do with my hands when I'm recording videos, so that's why they move around all over the place. And at the beginning, I feel like there needs to be some grand entrance. I feel like I just let you guys down, but I hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy Monday. I hope you had a successful weekend when it comes to hunting for Pokemon cards. I have a really fun video for you guys today, and I'll get into that in just a second. If I sound a little bit different and look a little bit different, it's because I'm absolutely exhausted. So that's not a whole lot different than how it normally is, but I'm very tired because I've been spending a ton of time packaging up the Pikachu figure collection boxes. We put all those on sale, I think, last week, Thursday night, and they sold out fairly quickly, but we limited it to one per customer, and those are a beast to pack because they're a little bit bigger than what I normally thought they would be, and you kind of have to be careful because of the figure collection. You know, the figure itself, you don't want it to break. So it took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So I am very, very tired. But if you did get one of those Pikachu figure collections, it is now on its way, which makes me very, very happy. After this video is done, I hope to resemble, can't even point correctly, that sleeping Jolteon back there, and just maybe take a little bit of a fox nap. But anyways, I do have, like I said, some very, very exciting information that I wanted to share. That it's really cool, and it's really interesting to kind of take a look at. And I know I've seen a lot of people complain in the past. I've seen a lot of complaints in general in the past when it comes to Pokemon involving, you know, scalpers and price gouging and a lot of things with the community right now that aren't great. I've also seen a lot of really good stuff with the community. But one thing that kind of pops up every now and then is I wish Pokemon would slow down when it comes to printing, because there is just too much out there. There are too many set releases on a yearly basis, and a lot of times I see that and I go to comment and I'm like, I don't think they're that different. I don't think there's that many more set releases now than what there used to be. And so finally I compiled all the data, and I went all the way back to the year 1999 from when base set originally released all the way up to what Fusion Strike is expected. And on one hand, I was correct, because there are not that many more sets that release on a yearly basis than what there normally was. However, on the other hand, I was egregiously wrong, way off when it comes to some information involving the amount of ultra rares, the amount of cards, the pull rates, things like that, that I just kind of want to share to you. Get your opinion down below. So we're going to hop on over to our lovely handy dandy. I can say handy dandy, right? That's not like Blue's Clues copyrighted. Copyrighted is what it is, right? Yeah, we're good. So this is it right here. We're going to kind of go through this real quickly, and then I've got some fun information to look at on the bottom, and then we're just going to kind of talk about it for a few minutes, and then you can let me know in the comment section down below what you think involving this, because it's kind of astounding the amount of cards that come out on a yearly basis, and we're going to look at that in just a second. So in 1999, that's the first year that base set came out. There were 102 cards. Jungle, there was 64, and then Fossil, there was 62. That was it for 1999. This is all the red text here. This is all when Wizards of the Coast owned Pokemon, owned the rights to the trading card game before they sold it off to Nintendo, who continues to own it today. In the year 2000, there were 5 sets that came out. We had Base 2, Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, and Neo Genesis. Now, these are strictly speaking for English releases. This does not count its Japanese counterpart, or if there was a special set that came out in Japan. These are just English releases. So Base 2 had 130 cards, Team Rocket 83 with that secret rare Dark Raichu. That was the first time a secret rare was really introduced to us. Gym Heroes had 132, and so did Gym Challenge. Those were the biggest sets we had ever had. And then finally Neo Genesis, which had 111. Moving on to 2001, we had only 2 sets that came out. Things started slowing down a little bit. Neo Discovery and Neo Revelation. There was also some significant events that happened in 2001 that may have halted production a little bit. But 75 cards for Neo Discovery, then 66 for Neo Revelation, and then only 3 sets in 2002. 113 for Neo Destiny, 110 for Legendary Collection, and then you had the monstrous set. This is when Pokemon really started ramping up the amount of cards in a set. 165 in Expedition. Then 2003, the last 2 sets came out that Wizards of the Coast produced, and that was Aquapolis with 186 cards and Skyrage with 182 cards. This is where we also saw the introduction of those crystal cards, which are really cool. Then finally, Nintendo took over in 2003. They continued with the set run. There were 3 new sets that came out. EX Ruby Sapphire, which had 109 cards, EX Sandstorm, which had 100, and EX Dragon, which also had 100. Then in 2004, then you're back down to 4 sets, and this is where you start kind of seeing Nintendo take over and start doing quarterly release schedule. So EX Team Magma versus Team Aqua had 97. Then Hidden Legends had 102. Then Fire Red and Leaf Green had 116. Finally, Team Rocket Returns, which which is a beautiful set, 111 cards. Fast forward to 2005, you have 4 more sets, and you're going to see a pattern here with 4 sets every year for quite a while. EX Deoxys with 108, Emerald with 107, Unseen Forces was a mammoth set at 145. This is the first time we had over 120 cards produced since Wizard of the Coast sold off to Nintendo. Then Delta Species in 2005 was the last one at 114. EX Legend Maker kicked off the 2006 campaign with 93 cards. Holland Phantoms had 111. Crystal Guardians had 100, and Dragon Frontiers had 101. Crystal Guardians is kind of the era where I stopped with Pokemon for a while, unfortunately. Even though it was a beautiful set, and there was a lot of cool things that happened afterwards, and I kicked myself almost every day for leaving the community at that time. But I had started kind of collecting and enjoying the game around the Team Rocket era, and kept with it all the way up until Crystal Guardians, and then kind of life just got in the way. School got in the way, and it wasn't overly cool to play Pokemon or talk about Pokemon, so I kind of just ignored it. EX Dragon Frontiers finished off 2006 with 101 cards. Finally, in 2007 now, 108 cards for Power Keepers. Then Diamond and Pearl had 130, Mysterious Treasures 124, and Secret Wonders had 132. Then we moved to 2008 with Great Encounters at 106, Majestic Dawn at 100, Legends Awakened at 146, Stormfront at 106. Now 2009, 4 more sets. Platinum with 133, Rising Rivals with 120, Supreme Victors with 153, and Arceus with 111. 2010, 4 more sets again. Heart Gold and Soul Silver with 124, Unleashed with 96, Undaunted with 91, and Triumphant with 103. 2011, 4 more. Call of Legends, Black and White, Emerging Powers, and Noble Victory, which all had 106, 115, 98, and 102 cards respectively. Then 2012, continuing with 4 cards in the main set releases, but this is where you finally had the first special set that was introduced, kind of like an anniversary set, if you want to call it that, but they just call it a holiday set or a special set. So Next Destinies, 103 cards. Dark Explorers had 111. It was super short printed. Dragons Exalted had 128. Boundaries Crossed had 153. And then you also had the Dragon Vault series, which was a very, very small set, so half the size of Celebrations. Only 21 cards in that Dragon Vault set. But that was that special set that came out in 2012. 2013, you have 4 sets again, plus another bonus set. So Plasma Storm had 138, Plasma Freeze had 122, Plasma Blast had 105, Legendary Treasures, one of the bigger sets at 140, and then you had the Kalos starter set at 39. So this is the second year now that they had a 5th set, a special set that came out. 2014, they changed it up a little bit, went back to just 4 sets. This is when XY came out, New Generation, 146 with XY. Flashfire had 109. Furious Fists had 113. That was the entrance of Quaking Punch Seismitoad. Phantom Forces had 122, and Primal Clash had 164. Primal Clash was a huge set. Then we move on to 2015 kicked off with Primal Clash, which had 164, and I believe, yep, this is where another special set comes out. So Primal Clash 164, Roaring Skies 110, Ancient Origins 100, Breakthrough 164, and then another special set, another small special set. This is where you had Double Crisis come out with 34. This was the introduction of that Team Magma Secret Base, which was a super expensive competitive card if you played back in that day. Very, very strong card. 2016, you had 5 sets again, and this is where you find the introduction of that 20th anniversary set, the Generation set. So we have Breakpoint with 123, Fates Collide with 125, Steam Siege with 116, and Evolutions with 113. And then this is kind of the Pokemon Go era, so Pokemon is really starting to take attention to all of what's going on in Pokemon, sees all of the rise in popularity. They start printing Generations, which comes out of this as the 20th anniversary set, the special set, 115 cards, much bigger than what we saw for the other special sets that came out. But that makes sense because it was an anniversary set, right? 2017, another special set that comes out. So we have Sun and Moon Base with 163, and you can see the set sizes are starting to really grow. 169 for Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows 169, Crimson Invasion 124, and then Shining Legends was the special set in 2017, 78 cards. 2018, another special set that comes out. So you have Ultra Prism with 173, Forbidden Light with 146, Celestial Storm with 183, Lost Thunder 236 cards. This is where you finally start seeing cards over 200 for a set list, which is absolutely crazy. Then Dragon Majesty was a special set in 2018, had 78 cards in it, I believe. I think that came out in the fall of 2018. 2019, you have Team Up with 196. This is where you just start seeing crazy numbers. Unbroken Bonds with 234. Unified Minds with 258. Cosmic Eclipse with 271. And then Hidden Fates, the big special set, probably the biggest special set of all time, and Celebrations might give it a run for its money, but Hidden Fates probably is still going to have some leg up on it. 163 cards. Then 2020, another special set. We saw Champion's Path last year. Sword and Shield base had 216 cards. Rebel Clash had 209. Darkness Ablaze had 201. Vivid Voltage had 203, and then Champion's Path with 80. Battle Styles came out last year, 2021, 183 cards. Chilling Reign, 233 cards. Evolving Skies, 237, and Fusion Strike will be our biggest set ever at 284. But we have two special sets. So this is the first year where there's two special sets. So this is the first time we're going to see 6 sets ever in a year. There's been 5 pretty much every year since 2013. So we're 1 set ahead, with Celebrations being our anniversary set. So basically 50 extra cards than what we're normally used to seeing, right? That's not so much the case. So if we look at set releases by year, there were 3 sets in 1999 with only 228 cards that came out that you had to collect. In the year 2000, there were 5 sets that came out, 588 unique cards that needed to be collected. 2001, we had 2 sets that came out, 141 unique cards. 2002, there were 3 sets at 388 cards. 2003, 5 sets, 677 cards. 2004, there were 4 sets that came out, 426 unique cards. 2005, there were 4 sets that came out with 474 unique cards. 2006, 4 sets that came out with 405 unique cards. 2007, 4 sets that came out with 494 cards. 2008, 4 sets that came out with 458 cards. 2009, 4 sets, 517. 2010, 4 sets with 414. 2011, 4 sets with 421. 2012, 5 sets with 516. 2013, 5 sets with 544. 2014, there were 4 sets with 490. Then this is where it starts to grow a little bit. 2015, there were 5 sets, but 572 cards to collect. 2016, there were 5 sets, 592 cards to collect. And then we jump. 2017, 5 sets, 703 cards to collect. Only 5 sets. 2018, 5 sets, but 816 cards. 2019, 5 sets, but 1,122 unique cards that need to be collected. We took a step back last year, 2020, we had 5 sets that came out with 909 unique cards, and then this year there's 6 sets that are coming out, 1,182 cards that need to be collected. So set sizes are huge difference compared to where they were at one point in time. But it's not only set size that is making a difference. So there's a total of 100 sets after Fusion Strike comes out that have been released for 13,077 unique cards to be collected. I kind of put this graphic down here because, or this text down here because I find it very, very interesting. EX Emerald, when that came out, there was only 11 ultra rares that needed to be collected in the entire set, and that was in 2005. Fast forward 8 years, Plasma Freeze, you have 20 ultra rares that need to be collected. That came out in 2013. Roaring Skies, 24 ultra rares that need to be collected. Shaman EX, Mega Rayquaza, lots of really cool cards, but only 24 ultra rares. Seems very possible to build a master set when there's only 24 ultra rares. That came out in 2015. Then Sun and Moon Base, Guardians Rising, that's where you really started seeing a lot of those gold cards, a lot of those rainbow cards coming out. 51 ultra rares that came out with Guardians Rising in 2017. Think of that, 51. And now Evolving Skies, the most recent set that we just had released, there's 105 ultra rares in that set. 105. There's only 230 some cards in the set. 105 of them are ultra rares. That is the difference. That is the huge, huge difference that we're seeing right now. That is why people are like, this is so expensive and so difficult because there are so many ultra rare cards, and the pull rates aren't really a whole lot different. When you look at Evolving Skies, you're going to open up somewhere between 7, 8 ultra rares in a box. Roaring Skies, probably 5 or 6. Back in EX Emerald, maybe 4. But you're looking at Roaring Skies, 5 or 6 ultra rares compared to now where you're going to get 7, 8, so 1 or 2 more, but you're looking at 80 more ultra rares that need to be pulled in order to get that master set. And a lot of them are rainbow rares, gold cards, a lot of them are secret rares, cards that are going to have a giant expense associated with them. And when you look at the pull rates for Pokemon, we do pull rate videos all the time, but if you look at the pull rates for like Evolving Skies, your full arts that you're getting per box and your secret rares, you might get 1, Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get 2 or 3, but for the most part, you're gonna get one full art, one secret rare, and that's pretty much it. So in order to collect 40 or 50 secret rares, that's rough. That is super tough, and I think that is a huge problem. So I wanted to kind of go over this just to get your guys' feedback and your guys' opinion, because I did see a lot of people comment about how Pokemon needs to slow down, but I don't know if it's the fact necessarily that they need to slow down their production as far as set releases go. Maybe we need to kind of scale back on the amount of cards that we have in sets and scale back on the amount of cards that we have as ultra rares, because that is what's really kind of hurting pocketbooks, and that's what's really making these master sets seem somewhat unattainable when you're talking about 230 cards in Chilling Reign, 230 cards in Evolving Skies, 280 cards in Fusion Strike, and that's all coming out in the span of 6 months. That's a lot. It's a lot for anybody to deal with, especially when you're not finding product in stores and you're looking at single prices and you're like, holy cow, these prices are ridiculous. So I thought that was super interesting. Guys, thank you so much. I do want to give a shout out and congratulations to Trash Panda right there for winning the Ultra Premium Collection that we opened up on Friday. We still have the contest going. We're in the middle of our 8 weeks of giveaways right now. We're giving away a sealed case, a sealed display of the mini tins. All you have to do is go back, watch the video that I posted on Friday. Just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, leave a like, and leave a comment. You're entered to win. We'll draw the winner for that this upcoming Friday, and then we'll start week 4. And we're going to be doing this for 8 weeks, giving away product every week. But you have to be subscribed to win, and then make sure you leave a like and a comment, and you are automatically entered. So we will choose that winner on Friday. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me draw on about numbers and stats, because I really enjoy them, and I know I probably sound like complete rubbish, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for everything. Peace.